Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective tarot for today. Today is Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. You may follow me on the talk, the tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you, okay? Some things fit, some things don't. That's okay. That is more than okay. We're using the Heartbreak Tarot by Hetty Thorne. You can find this at hettythorne.com. She also has an Etsy shop. I keep laughing because people pronounce tarot like different ways, and I don't know, it just makes me laugh. It doesn't bother me. I don't really care. I just think it's funny. And sometimes I just like saying it differently. Even though I say tarot, there was a reader, I used to watch her all the time. I haven't watched her in a while because it's going to sound funny, but I like watching her on TikTok. She posts on YouTube, but I like watching her live on TikTok, and I don't catch her live on TikTok all the time. I haven't in like months, okay? But she joked around once before. She's like, tarot. And it just makes me laugh because I always think about it. All right. Here's that. We got 3 on the table. What's with all the swords? We got 4 on the table. 5 on the table. What? We're gonna do 2 more shuffles. Okay, I usually don't do this, but right now we have 3 swords and 2 cups. I hope everybody had a good Tuesday. I can't wait for tomorrow, y'all. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I have my dentist appointment in the morning, which for some reason I'm afraid I'm going to forget that and I'm going to miss it. So I got to set myself up a reminder on my phone. And then I have my ortho appointment at 4:30. And I'm really excited to see what this doctor says about my knee. Because I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Like, I'm not in pain all day. Actually, 90% of the day, I'm not in pain. So, like, what's wrong with my knee? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what he has to say. And obviously, you really can't. I mean, I'm probably going to have the MRI because obviously you can't really technically make a determination, I'm assuming, without the MRI. He has the x-rays from the acute care center. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm excited because I want to see what they have to say and I want to get that over with. And once I know whether or not I have to have the MRI and I can get that scheduled, then I can kind of start doing other things that I've been putting off because I've been worrying. Okay. All right. We got 6 on the table with bottom of the deck. No major. Everything's in the upright. We've got Page of Swords. We got 7 of Swords. We got the 8 of Swords. We got the Page of Cups. My friend. Pardon me. 6 of Cups. And we got the 3 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. So here's the deal. Are you watching someone from a distance? Or someone watching you? You guys know how I feel about it. Like, be honest about who you are in the situation, okay? Be honest. I'm just going to say this. In my life, me watching someone else, right? There is nobody that I watch on social media. Like I follow people like on TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. But I don't have any friends. I don't have any ex-lovers. I don't even have family members, okay, that I consistently go to their pages and look at every day. Whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky Social. Those are literally the only 5 apps that I'm on, like social media wise. Not on any one of them do I go on there and stalk anybody. I don't even take the time I don't even take the time to look at like my aunt's page on Facebook. If it shows up in my feed, it shows up in my feed. If I like it, if I'm interested, I like it, right? If it doesn't interest me, if it doesn't have anything to do with me, I don't. I don't usually go to people's pages and look at their stuff. Like 99.9% of the time, if it's not in my feed, I don't see it. That's all I know. That's literally all I know. However, I will say this. And I'm going to admit this. I'm going to admit this. Okay? I'm going to admit this. I'm going to admit this. Cuz okay, I have a little bit of a crush on this guy at work. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Don't even, if you follow, if you subscribe, you know my story. Don't even get me started. Okay. Nothing is ever going to happen with this guy. He's on, I think he works on the whole other side of the warehouse. I literally see him. I mean, I didn't even see him for like months because I think he probably started with us like maybe June or July, and I didn't see him again. I think the last time I saw him was like maybe September. And I literally just saw him for the first time like beginning of December. So you're talking like what, three-ish, four-ish months, something like somewhere in there from when I saw him last to when I saw him next. I saw him today. I saw him today. And it was funny because I was on my last break at the end of the day and I was sitting with a guy friend, okay, that works there, and my friend. And then one of my other guy friends, my friend and my other guy friend are in my department. The one that was on the other side of me is not in our department. And I see him like, I usually see him every day, but you know, we're just all friends. So the guy comes in and I go like this to my girlfriend. I'm like, it's him, it's him, it's him. And the guy on the other side, he's like, who? It's who? And she looks at him as he's walking by and she's like, that's him? And I'm like, yeah, that's him. And I call him the cowboy. Okay, I call him the cowboy. He's tall, he's lanky. He's got short hair, but like long hair. Oh, I just I'm enamored. I'm enamored. He's just adorable. He's younger than me. I'm not gonna lie. He usually wears cowboy boots. Today he was wearing like the work boots, the yellow orangish looking work boots. I cannot remember what they're called. They have a specific name. We have Uggs. The guys have that. My girls used to wear them in the 90s when I was in high school. They would wear them too. I cannot remember what they're called, but they're like work boots. And at our work, we get a free pair of boots every year, up to like $125 worth of free boot. Um, you don't have to get boots. You can technically get shoes, but they have to be steel toe. I got a pair of gym shoes with steel toe with them. I have yet to wear them. I should probably wear them at some point. Um, because they actually felt comfortable to me, honestly. Anyway, my girlfriend, she's like, "Oh, he is cute." She's like, "He is really cute." And then the guy, the guy walks by, and another guy is walking like right behind him, right? Who's older, probably older than me, probably like 50s, I would say. I'm in my 40s. So the guy next to me, he goes, "Wait a minute." He goes, "The first guy or the second guy?" And I go, "The first guy." And he goes, "What?" And I looked at him, I said, "Yeah, I know he's too young, but like I don't know, I have a thing for him because of I didn't even get time to say the cowboy boots. He interrupted me and he goes, younger than you. He's like, you're old enough to be his mom. I was like, I started to blush and I had this look on my face, and my girlfriend, she laughs and she goes, she goes, she likes him young. And then she used to like the old ones. She's like, now she likes the young ones. Anyway, it was funny because I would probably peep on this guy all the time. If he was in our department for some reason, if he came to learn our department, if he had to work in our department for some peculiar reason, I probably would not be able to stop staring. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I don't know. And maybe I was thinking about it too. Maybe the reason why like I'm just so attracted to him is cuz he reminds me of like a guy that I would have been interested in if I was interested in guys in high school. And I wasn't interested in anybody in high school. I was still playing with my Barbies in high school. I was a virgin till I was 30. If you subscribe, you would know that about me. But yeah, I think because I never really had those experiences as a kid, because I was, being a kid. I was trying to be a kid. I think now, like sometimes I'll look at certain guys, younger guys, and I'll be like, oh. And I think subconsciously it's kind of one of those things like that's who you would have been attracted to in high school. If they were there when you were there, that's who you would have went out with. I don't know. Anyway, I probably would not be able to stop looking at him. And my other guilty confession that I don't really want to confess. The guy that am in love with, I don't know. I still don't know. I mean, I know I'm not in love with him, but at the same time, like I think about him all the time. I think about him all the time. It's sad and it's sick. And it's been, I don't know, 6 months, 5 months, 6 months, I don't know. Anyway, if him and I end up working next to each other and I catch him staring at me, then I can't stop staring at him. And I get really annoyed with myself when that happens. He can do whatever he wants. Like I can't control him. He's a whole other human being. He's his own person. If he's going to stare at me, he's going to stare at me, whether it annoys me or not. But it ticks me off that sometimes when I catch him staring at me, then I can't stop staring at him. I don't know. Anyway, I just spent 13 minutes talking about that bullshit. Somebody is watching somebody. It says from a distance. I mean, take how that would resonate, because, I mean, what is distance? Are we talking like 50 miles? Are we talking different time zone? Are we talking whole other country? Or are we literally talking like me watching my neighbor across the yard? You know what I mean? It's all distance. Or are we talking time? Are we talking time? Here's the thing. Whoever's watching the other person, that person is thinking, or you, right? Are thinking about whatever the relationship was between the two of you. So again, be honest about who you are in a situation, right? I haven't always been a perfect angel, Um, I readily admit that for sure. But like, this could be somebody thinking about what took place in a relationship, or it could be you thinking about what took place in the relationship. Either way, either of you would be stuck in your head about lies, deception, some type of negativity, okay? Cheating, stealing, I mean, I don't know, whatever, anything negative, right? Again, it could be you thinking about that, whether you did it or not, or it could be them thinking about that. whether they did it or not, you know? Something about not being able to get over it. Something about maybe not get over it is not the best way to say it. Like not being able to let it go, right? Cuz getting over it implies like, okay, just get over it. No. Like you need to take your time and work through things and then let it go, right? You don't just need to get over it. I shouldn't say it like that because it kind of makes it negative. And anytime you're trying to heal from a situation, you need to heal from it in your own time and you need to let it go. And it honestly, not to sound like an ass kisser or a jerk or anything like that, but whether you're in the right or you're in the wrong, or maybe there was no right or wrong, you still have the right to heal and let go if that's what you want to do. Like even and I'm just going to say it because I've said it before. And if you subscribe, you guys know my story. I cheated on my ex-husband before we got divorced. And when I say I cheated, I was talking to other men, women, talking to them online, sexting, stuff like that. I didn't technically cheat, but I cheated. Like that's cheating. I believe that's cheating. It would be like me having to reconcile that in my head for myself, no matter how my ex-husband dealt with it or is still dealing with it, right? Like I still have to come to terms with the fact that I did that to him because I never thought in a million years I would have done that to him, and I did. So I had to heal myself from that situation, right? I'm still healing from that situation. I'll always be healing from that situation and let it go and move on as best I can and not do that to anybody else. I'm always honest about my past. I don't feel like I have anything to hide, honestly. We're all just humans out here trying to make it. Everybody fumbles, everybody stumbles, everybody falls. Everybody should be able to pick themselves back up at some point, right? It is what it is. Everybody, you guys know how I feel. Everybody is here and experiences pretty much the same experiences for the most part. Everybody suffers some kind of abuse. Everybody has been used. Everybody is a user. Like everybody tries to do good. Everybody does bad every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like everybody pretty much. It's just my opinion. Hmm. So, and again, because I don't know who you are in the situation, but somebody might want to come in with an apology if they haven't already. And the apology thing is not what's stumping me. So on the Page of Cups card, Hattie Thorne put apologies and mixed signals. They may have been sorry, but was it the truth? Did they ever really change? Here's the thing. When I'm looking at this, the mixed signals really stands out to me. And only because like someone out okay, so let me give you a little scenario because again, I don't know everybody's situation and this might resonate, it might not. Because now this is a little specific. Okay. This is a little specific. But someone might have been in a relationship with someone, right? And let's say the one person cheated on the other. So they break up. And let's say this person is watching that person and they feel like really shitty. Like, oh, I can't believe I lied to them. I cheated on them. We broke up. You're all I ever think about. Like, blah, blah, blah. This person comes in to this other person to apologize, okay? There's an apology. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I shouldn't have cheated on you. Like, I loved you. You were the best thing that ever happened to me, blah, blah, blah. Someone is going to come in and apologize and then make it seem like they want to get back together, but then there's going to be like, and I don't know why I'm thinking this in my head, a hee-haw moment. I don't know where that came from. There's going to be this hee-haw moment where this, oh, maybe seesaw? Did you mean seesaw? Because now I'm picturing like a seesaw, like when one person is down and one person is up, and then one person is up and one person. It's going to be like somebody coming in to apologize and then putting out the energy like, oh, I want to get back together. I missed you. I want to get back together. But then all of their actions do not support a reconciliation, if that makes sense. Like, they come in with the apology and it seems sincere enough. At least that's what I'm getting. But they're going to come off and say like, oh, I want to get back together. I think we did really well together. Maybe we should get back together. But then there's going to be like no movement. It would be, and this is just an example, but it would be like me going to my ex-husband and saying, I really think I made a mistake. I miss you. Like, let's date. Let's get back together. Let's do that. But then I don't talk to him for a month. Like, what kind of seesaw, hee-haw BS would that be? You don't go in to somebody and say, hey, like, I'm so sorry all this happened. I really up. But I think we were really great together and I really would like to give it a chance. Like, can we maybe like go out on a date or, and then me not talk to him for like a month. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, who would do that? And I understand, like, maybe something extenuating circumstances, right? Like a car accident or a death in the family or something like that. That I understand. But I'm literally just talking like somebody says, hey, like, let's go out, let's rekindle this. And then you don't hear from them like for a month. Like, and then, maybe you call them or you text them and they finally respond and say, oh yeah, sorry, I was, at the grocery store for a month. Like, it's like putting the energy out there and saying you want to rekindle it, but then not putting in any effort and not moving towards that type of action. The thing is whoever it is that did this or is going to do this, it's because they're in the past. Like, they're living in the past, in the moment, right? Like, oh, this could be so great. No, this could be so good. But then when they really sit down and they think about it, they're like, well, wait a minute. Like, maybe somebody finally really decides, oh shit, like, I should really think about this. Like, why did I cheat on this person in the first place? Maybe we're just not compatible. Like, I really need to sit down and look at this. Because it's somebody thinking about the past when they should be thinking about the present and the future. Really, they should be thinking about the present. Future, you can't really control either. The past, you can learn from for the present. So it's like somebody thinking about the past, but not really thinking about how anything will affect the present. And like, if you're looking at the past and thinking, oh, damn, it was so good and I fucked it up, and then you don't think about how that affects the present, you're just stuck in the past. And this could be like somebody giving the signal, like, hey, let's get back together, and then going home and like a day later, 2 days later, being like, was that a good idea? Like, are we the same two people? Like, should we get back together? Wouldn't that just be two mistakes and not one? Do people that rekindle relationships from the past ever really succeed? It's somebody like kind of going back at the last minute and like thinking it over and being like, hmm. Because here's the thing, whoever this person is, it's like they never really healed themselves from this situation. And again, we're always healing. I mean, I said that before. Like, we're always healing. You're going to heal from the same situation over and over again because you're going to think about it now and then 5 years from now and then 20 years from now, and something's going to pop up and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that. And you're going to have a new aspect of healing from that situation, right? Like, somebody is realizing that what happened in the past, but they might not have really reconciled with that. They might not have really started healing from that. Whether they're, the bad guy or the good guy, or there was no bad guy or good guy, it doesn't matter. Like, somebody just did not heal from what was. And if you didn't heal from what was, how can you start something now? Because you basically would literally have to agree to start fresh, right? Because let's put it this way. We always say, oh, we don't want our past people back. We don't want that person. They're a cheater. They're a liar, whatever. Okay. So let's say, the cheater and the liar comes back into your life and they're like, I haven't been in a relationship in 5 years and I don't do that anymore. I'm in therapy and I don't drink and I don't do drugs and, I finally got a dog and I go to work every day and like somebody finally has gotten their shit together, okay? They finally get their shit together. The thing is can two people put whatever happened in the past and leave it in the past and start as new fresh people, right? Because the person that changed, the person that grew, the person that got the therapy, the person that was originally the cheater, like, they're moving forward trying to build a better life for themselves, okay? The other person is the one that's going to have to set aside the pain and the suspicion, right? And the worry and the doubt, and really just kind of like give this person a new line of credit and be like, okay, like, we're going to start fresh. I can't look at you as a cheater and a liar. Like, I have to look at you as if you're a new person I'm dating. And I have to trust that you're going to be a decent human being. If two people can do that, and if there's real authenticity there, it's not a bunch of bullshit, they may be able to make a relationship work. And they could be pretty happy, right? The thing is can two people get over that? Can two people get over the past and come together for a new present and future? I mean, I personally say yes. I want to believe yes, because my thought, and hear me out. My thought process is one person, gets their shit together. The two of you come back together, right? You're going to start fresh. You're going to start new. If something is off with that other person, if they're lying, if they're still lying, if they're still cheating, you're going to know. You're going to know. You're going to feel it in your gut. You're going to feel it here. You might even see it and hear it. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to know. And I've said this before. we always say we don't want to give past people a second chance, a third chance, whatever. Just let the past go. The thing is if you want to give somebody a second chance, give them a fucking second chance. That is not for anybody else to criticize or judge or anything like that. Yeah, I kind of make little ha 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 kind of comments. Listen, I've given people second chances. I've given them third chances. What does your gut tell you? And here's the thing. I I I could literally have somebody come in from the past and say, "Hey, Kim, I changed. I want to get back together. Let's do this thing." And I'll say, "All right, cool. Let's do this thing." If like a week in, a month in, I start feeling it, like, oh, this is not like, there's something off. There's something weird. There's something funny. It doesn't seem right. They don't seem right. Something's off. Then you can kick them to the curb, right? Like I can kick them to the curb. Who cares? It's a week in, a month in, even 6 months in, even a year in. Who cares? If you all of a sudden you think everything is going along great, you guys are building a brand new relationship, and you thought it was fabulous, and then all of a sudden one day, God says, "Here you go, kid. Here's the light." And you get that sense of ick. Like they say something, they do something, you see something, you hear something, and you get the sense of ick. Kick them to the curb. And I know it's hard because your heart's involved, right? Your mind's involved. But at the same time, like once you get the sense of ick, let it go. Let them go. You don't have to stay in a relationship ever for anyone but yourself. And if you don't want to put up with the same bullshit that you put up with the first time around, then don't leave. Did you hear that? It's okay to leave. It's perfectly fine to leave. I can't overstate that enough. Like I can't say it enough. Like leave. Just go ahead and leave. You hear all the time, and I know, but you hear all the time, like women and men take other people back over and over and over and over again because they think it's going to be new, they think it's going to be different, and then at the end they get their ass bit, right? Like every time, like I reached out for the sun and and I got my hand lopped off by the rays, like it happens. And some people need that slap in the face a couple of times before they get it, right? Look at me. Look at me with the guy in 2023. We went out for like, I don't remember, like 5 months, 6 months. And I broke up with him because I thought he was seeing someone else. He swung back around at the beginning of 2025. Okay, like January, February of 2025. We talked for like 2 or 3 months. And then I made a comment about him and his girlfriend because he was seeing his girlfriend. And I had said to him, if you want to be friends, we can be friends, but I'm not getting involved in that. And I said something about him and his girlfriend, and he blew up and he's like, "I'm done trying with you, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Done trying with me?" Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, you're seeing someone. Well, then he swung back around like the end of September, beginning of October. And him and I had a little fling for about 3 weeks. I saw him 3 times, I think, 3 times. He was still with the girlfriend. It took me three times to get slapped in the face to realize, like, I just don't want to be a part of this. And the sad thing is, like him and I had chemistry and we got along great. The thing is I'm not going to be your side piece. Like I'm just not. And I, I have my own thoughts and opinions on his girlfriend that lives 6 hours away, but um I'm not doing it. And it took me 3 times to realize, like, I'm done with this guy. I'm done with this guy. And I had him blocked for a little bit. I had him blocked. Then I unblocked him. I think like the middle of December. I think it was before Christmas. I think. I always block people and then I unblock everybody and then I always start afresh. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. He shows up in my my instant messenger or whatever, direct messenger, whatever you want to call it. He shows up in there every day. And he's not lit up, but he's always at the front of the thing. And I keep thinking to myself, like, you're just getting on here so that you could stay at the front of the line on mine, so that like you're hoping that I'll message you. I'm not going to message him. And if he messages me, I'm not going to message him. I unblocked him because I'm okay now. Like I know I'm okay now. Like you bit me in the ass 3 times. I'm good. I'm good. And I had you blocked for a little bit so I could just kind of like, now I'm good. I'm not going to answer him because I already know either way it's not going to end up okay. Whether he messages me and it ends up like it did like last spring where he was getting nowhere with me and he got mad and he blew up, or if we were to have an affair and then I break up with him because I just don't want to be a part of that, like there's no point. There's no point. There's no point in reliving any of that. So, like, I'm okay. Like, I'm good. I know that if he were to text me, message me, call me, I'm not going to answer. And it's funny because when him and I first broke up, when I broke up with him at the beginning of July in 2023, I think I told you guys, if you've followed, subscribed this long, because I've talked about it once or twice. I broke up with him, and for like 1 or 2 weeks after, he would text me every day, call me every day, leave messages. I never responded to any of them. And he did that for, I think, almost 2 weeks. I never responded to any of them. Never. And I had absolutely no problem not responding at that time because when him and I started our relationship, it was just friends with benefits. And the only reason why I broke up with him, my ear is ringing. The only reason why I broke up with him was because I thought he was seeing someone else. And I'm not going to have a relationship, even if it's just sexual, while they're out gallivanting around, entertaining other people, trying to find wives, boyfriends, whatever. Like, I'm not doing it. That's why I broke up with him in July of 2023. And I had absolutely no problem not corresponding with him, not reaching out to him, not answering his calls, because he was just a friends with the benefits at the time. Can 2 people get into a relationship and start over and start fresh? Yes. I do believe that. Yes. But that takes effort on both parts. On both parts. For sure. All right. I'm going to leave it there because I've prattled on for almost 40 minutes. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated for somebody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a lovely Tuesday evening. Just a reminder, tomorrow is Wednesday. I am off. I already said I have my dentist appointment. I have my ortho appointment. I will do affirmations in the morning. I am probably going to come back from my dentist appointment and do the readings and post them as soon as possible. Because my ortho appointment is until 4:30. I don't know how long I'm going to be there. I don't know how long it's going to be till I get home. I don't know what time I have to be at work on Thursday because I might have to be there early. So I'm going to do all the readings as early in the day as I can and post them as soon as I can. So if you see the Tarot Collective and the Collective like in the afternoon, then that's it. I'm not going to post anything else later. Just an FYI. Okay? I hope everybody has a good night. I hope everybody has a great hump day tomorrow. I'll talk to you later. Bye.